Today we're going to take a deep dive into the story of one of the most iconic hip-hop duos of our generation, Rae Sremmurd, and how they got tricked by the music industry, specifically Swae Lee with the snippet stan. Now if you're a fan of Rae Sremmurd, you know that they had a burst on the scene in 2014 with their smash hit No Flex Zone. The Mississippi-born brothers Swae Lee and Slim Jimmy quickly became known for their infectious beats, catchy hooks, and high-energy performances. They were a breath of fresh air in the rap game, and it wasn't long before they became one of the most sought-after acts in the industry. But as we know, success in the music industry can be a double-edged sword, and unfortunately for Rae Sremmurd, the journey wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. In fact, behind the scenes, things were a lot more complicated than they actually seemed. It all started when Swae Lee and Slim Jimmy began to notice that their label was pushing Swae Lee's solo work more heavily than the duo's music as a whole, and that's pretty recent. For example, Swae Lee went on tour with Post Malone, while Slim Jimmy was beating the allegations of beating up his girlfriend, which really didn't help out his case with him being a promising solo artist. For me personally, I also noticed that the label is using paid promotion to boost Swae Lee's Instagram posts, which made it seem like his solo work was more popular than Rae Sremmurd's music as a whole. As it turns out, the music industry had other plans for the duo. They wanted Swae Lee to become a solo act, and they were using every trick in the book to make it happen. And this created tension between the brothers, and eventually led to them taking a hiatus from music. But that's not all. The story of Rae Sremmurd's struggle in the music industry is also a cautionary tale about the importance of staying relevant in the fast-paced world of hip-hop. As the duo took longer and longer breaks between releases, they began to lose momentum and their fan bases started to dwindle. So what happened to Rae Sremmurd? How did they get tricked by the music industry, and what can we learn from their story? That's what we're going to explore in this video, so sit back and relax and let's dive into the fascinating world of Rae Sremmurd's rise and fall in the music industry. It's no secret that Swae Lee is a talented musician and songwriter in his own right. His unique voice and catchy melodies have been made him a fan favorite, including him having a breakout hit song Unforgettable on the French Montana song, and his solo projects have been well received by audiences around the world. However, what many people don't know is that the music industry had a vested interest in pushing Swae Lee's solo career at the expense of Rae Sremmurd as a duo. The industry saw Swae Lee as a more marketable, commercially viable artist than Slim Jimmy. This led to a concerned effort to promote Swae Lee's solo work over Rae Sremmurd's music as a duo. Label executive reportedly pressured Swae Lee to focus more on his solo career and to distance himself from his brother Slim Jimmy and the Rae Sremmurd brand. The effects of this strategy were felt throughout Rae Sremmurd's career, despite the success of the early hits like No Flex Zone and Black Beatles. The duo struggled to maintain their momentum as a group. Swae Lee's solo work was often given more attention and resources. For example, his hit song Sunflower from the Spider-Verse movie with Post Malone, which is now Diamond, and not to mention the song Guatemala off of Swaycation, portion of the Triple Disc project. Some strong features he had was Spoil My Night with Post Malone and Sicko Mode with Travis Scott and Drake. This dynamic ultimately led to tension between the brothers and hiatus from music for the duo. However, Swae Lee's solo success continued to flourish, and he became a sought-after collaboration with the industry. In a separate but related incident, there was a moment where Slim Jimmy was struggling with alcoholism. Swae Lee went on to tour without Slim Jimmy. This led to rumors that the duo was breaking up, but Swae Lee later clarified he was supporting his brother and trying to give him space to work through his issues. Rae Sremmurd's rise to fame was definitely big, and they quickly became one of the most popular and successful rap duos in the game. However, their journey was not without its setbacks, and one of the biggest challenges they faced was lengthy hiatus between album releases. It didn't help that Rae Lee in 2020 pretending he got his hard drive stolen in an airport with the album on it, trying to build up hype. He even went as far as saying, "I'm giving $50,000 reward to the person that gives it back," and then even went on live with the person that stole it. I mean, man, that just smells like cap. After dropping their third album, Shrem Life 3 on May 2018. Rae Sremmurd went quiet for almost 5 years before releasing their fourth album, Shrem for Life, in 2023. Prolonged absence from the music scene had a significant impact on their momentum and popularity. It ultimately led to disappointing sales and numbers for their latest project. In the first week of Shrem for Life, only sold just over 18,000 copies first week, which was a significant drop from the first week sales of the previous albums. This lack of momentum can be contributed to a large part of the 5-year gap between releases, which left fans hungry for new music and gave other artists the opportunity to fill the void. The music industry moves quickly, and fans' attention spans are pretty short. In the years that Rae Sremmurd was absent from the scene, other hip-hop acts emerged and captured the public's imagination. This made it harder for Rae Sremmurd to regain some level of popularity and even excitement that they had enjoying during their heyday. This leaves the question, was Rae Sremmurd ever really an album artist? Or was their albums just filled with bangers and the big singles they had moved the needle on the perception of the album being just all that? Swae Lee had excited fans with a preview of his brand new snippet on Instagram, where the song had the same melody and hook of Eminem's iconic song, Stan. The snippet received a lot of attention from fans on Instagram, with many people leaving glowing comments praising the artist's talent and creativity. The excitement around the snippet soon spread beyond Instagram, with rap blogs picking it up and sharing it widely across the internet. Swae Lee's snippet quickly went viral and received widespread praise from the fans and fellow artists in the rap community. However, it was later revealed that the hype surrounding the snippet was not entirely organic. In fact, Swae Lee's label had paid for the rap blogs to post and promote the snippet, which contributed in significantly it going viral in success, especially the headlines. And this is just my theory, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on this, you know what I mean? This revelation left many fans disappointed, as they believed that the praise for Swae Lee's work had been genuine. Despite the controversy, Swae Lee had and released his remix of Stan using a drill instrumental and heavy reverb, just like the original snippet. However, the track received a lukewarm response from fans, who felt the hype around the original snippet had been unwarranted, as the remix did not live up to the expectation whatsoever. In conclusion, Swae Lee's experience with the remix of Stan highlights the ways in which the music industry can manipulate the public perception and the importance of authenticity and artistry. While the viral success of the original snippet may have been artificially inflated, it ultimately did not translate to the commercial success or critical acclaim of the remix. And man, honestly, it was just super mid, and it's definitely just paid promotion, and you know, Swae Lee got tricked. And you know, the 3 points I made is pretty much just facts. It's just like how Rae Sremmurd got tricked by the industry, you know what I mean? They just need to draw more. They need to not take such a long of a break, and they just got played by their label with the paid ads and stuff like that. Rae Sremmurd had so much hype. I listened to Project Shrem for Life, and it was decent. It has a few bangers like YMCA, but you know, out of 10, I would probably give it like a 4 to 5 out of 10. And they have like banger projects, you know what I mean? But anyways, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like this video and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Peace.